Did you get that? More? Okay, 5, 6, hey. That was a couple of chords from one of my favorite songs, On and On by Erykah Badu. I recently started learning how to play bass, and as you can see, I made a couple of mistakes. The reason why is that playing bass or guitar requires a lot of fine motor skills. If you had a few moments to break the mold, what would you do? What would you say? If you know me, you know that I have a lot to say. So, the producers of this show, they gave me a time limit. 3 minutes. So in just 3 minutes, I'd love for us to discuss diversity, what it really means, and who's been left out of that definition. It's time for, you guessed it, facts and stats, and in this case, quotes. So a blogger on DisabledSpectator.com says, accessibility is not only an issue that applies to people with disabilities, it's an issue that affects everybody. An inclusive world is a better world. Accessible transportation facilities also benefit parents with strollers. Closed captioning is a useful language learning tool. Mobile apps and devices built with accessibility in mind are better for all consumers. That being said, there are a large number of neurodivergent individuals who also experience motor challenges. Conditions like dyspraxia can create challenges when learning to play an instrument, but studies show that learning an instrument at a young age has been proven to help increase motor skills. If this is the case, how can we make learning an instrument more accessible to people who have disabilities and motor challenges? So today here with us, we have none other than Moya Nkruma. Moya is a music industry expert with over 10 years of experience. Before her position at Fender, she was the director of urban music at ASCAP, where she signed many Grammy-nominated artists. She runs the Urban and Gospel Artist Marketing Division at Fender, where she's responsible for creating meaningful partnerships with talent that align with the Fender brand. She is also responsible for cultivating new and existing industry relationships. All right, Moya, it's a pleasure to be here with you today.
It's a pleasure to be here as well with you.
So let's jump right into it, right? We know that accessibility is an important issue to Fender. In fact, the accessibility statement on the website shows Fender's commitment to people with hearing, cognitive, visual, and motor impairments. Music education is very, very big to you guys.
Yes.
I'm curious to know, does Fender have any plans or partnerships in place to specifically reach students with disabilities?
Right. I don't know if there's a specific plan in place, but I can definitely say that through our Fender Play Foundation, we've partnered with the LA Unified School District. So they get lessons, they get gear, they get opportunity to sit down with music creators, artists, musicians who are actively working and can provide insight and advice and be a mentor.
You know what? I recently found out that Leo Fender, the founder of Fender, was nearly deaf and wore a glass eye.
I didn't know about the glass eye. No, I didn't know that.
Because, since he designed the guitars, I'm curious to know if there's any design features that speak to that history.
So that's really interesting. What I do know about Leo Fender is that he wasn't necessarily a guitar player. He was an inventor. He was just this very talented, genius-minded inventor. I mean, the quality of these instruments are incredible. And, I think that goes also back to communicating with artists and asking what their needs are, performance-wise, sound-wise, playability.
I just started playing bass, which is super exciting.
Yes.
I know that being able to hold that bass, that is a skill in itself, And there's some people who may have like motor challenges that may be super passionate about guitar, but may have some challenges, being able to grasp it in that way.
I mean, what's really great about a Fender guitar and a Fender bass is that pretty much everything on the instrument is customizable. And if there are things that need to be switched around or tailored to the actual user, the player, the musician, I'm sure that can be done.
I'd love to know, what are some ways that Fender is working to expand the definition of diversity, and how can jazz hands be an ally in that effort?
It's not so much in the word, right? I think it's in in how we see the world, and are we being representative of that? At the end of the day, Fender is a manufacturing company. They make guitars, they make basses, they make amps, they make pedals, and all kinds of other things, tools for the musician. What's really great is that we now have this robust and talented and world-class marketing organization at Fender, where we can really tell and amplify artist stories in a very beautiful and compelling way that connects with audiences and their fans and fans of Fender. So I think it's just really a continuation of that storytelling through the artists that use these incredible products that Fender makes.
Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for spending time on 3 Minutes with Ifu.
Absolutely. Thank you. This was fun.